the round.
And entertain us he did, the Ravens' second draft pick in their franchise history in '96. He walks off into the sunset in 2012 with his second Super Bowl ring. And tonight, Ray Lewis finds out if he will forever be enshrined in Canton, Ohio. Here's Ray Lewis sitting down with his former coach, Brian Billick.
What do you got to be thinking when that knock on the door comes?
I don't know if nothing would be more important than seeing my mother's face. I did it. Everything I've ever did, I did for that woman. And that day for me will be the day that solidifies what she told me, that no man can curse what God has blessed.
Everything I got, everything I got, everything you got, for this one moment.
Ray Lewis comes up the middle, and it's all over.
10 years old, I tugged on her dress one day and I said, Mom, one day you'll never have to work another day in your life. And maybe she didn't understand it then, but that gold jacket represents one thing. I paid attention to her struggle. And so when people say what they want to say about me, none of it matters. The only thing that matters, if I never do nothing to disrespect my mother. And so that gold jacket for me says one thing. We made it. Yeah. And I told my mama this already. The day it happens, just let me go away for a while. Just let me step away for a minute. All I want, Coach, is a nice cigar. And I just want to go by myself for a minute. And I want to sit there for a minute.
That's the deal.
Coach, I've never went back and watched film. I've never went back and watched what run we made.
Being a champion is not easy.
I don't go backwards.
Just keep going forward.
Just keep going forward.
Wow.
And the one time I said in my career that I may finally sit down to watch my highlights is the day that gold jacket is presented to me.
Throws underneath, and it's picked off. Ray Lewis has the ball. Could go all the way. Touchdown, Ray Lewis. All right. 50 yards.
People always ask, what was my motivation? My greatest motivation on this earth is to make sure my mother always smiles. That's what that gold jacket's gonna do for me.
Smile on that day. I don't imagine I can follow up with anything beyond that. That's about as good as it gets.
He was the baddest dude on the planet who just loved his mama, and we loved him for it. He won 2 Super Bowls. What a Hall of Fame resume. He was the Super Bowl 35 MVP, 2-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and 7-time All-Pro selection. I feel lucky enough to have covered him for 9 seasons in Baltimore, and I was there for many of those speeches that he gave to the team before the game, and seeing that dance come out of the tunnel. He was the soul of Baltimore football when that franchise returned after being gone for so long when the Colts left. But Terrell Davis does not agree that he was the best middle linebacker of all time.
I didn't say that.
Wait, you did say that you did what,
no,
Terrell?
I said what? This is what I said. So we played against Ray Lewis his rookie season. I was in my second year. And that was the only time I played against Ray Lewis. And the stat line was 28 carries, 194 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Okay, just putting that out there.
But with that being said, we did play Ray Lewis in the wild card in 2001, I believe, or 2000 when they won the Super Bowl. And Ray killed us in that game. But Ray Lewis is the best middle linebacker in my era.
Okay, so
right?
You are going with that.
No question about it. Like, I didn't play when like Mike Singletary was playing middle linebacker, and you hear that he's the best middle linebacker to ever played the game. Wasn't in that era. But for me, Ray Lewis, from what I've seen from the time he entered the league, the transformation of the teams that he played on, the defenses that he played on, that he was the heartbeat of those defenses. Mm-hmm. That man he was a wrecking ball. Great instincts. This man can cover, he can hit. He brought that energy. He elevated his teammates to a higher level. Ray Lewis, by far, to me, the best middle linebacker that I played against, and probably the best linebacker I played against. I mean, you talking about Junior Seau was up there with him, but Ray Lewis, man, he was that guy.
Yeah,
So no question about
I
it.
echo a lot of things that you said, and it's hard because people who played against or with Ray Nitschke, they're going to say Ray. People that played with or against Dick Buckus, they're going to say Dick
Right.
Buckus and Mike Singletary. But we played against Ray Lewis, and so without question, he is the best linebacker of our generation. And the thing that made him so special was not the fact that he can run around from sideline to sideline. He was so smart.
That's
He
what I
would
said.
diagnose a play. And I remember in one game I missed against him, and Darren Sproles was taking over in the backfield, and we needed a play at the end of the game to win the game. And Ray Lewis knew that play. We were going to run the old reliable
that?
40 power, and Ray Lewis called it out before the play. He said, "It's coming right here. Here it comes." And he hit it, and he stuck that play, ended the game, and Darren Sproles came over to me and said, "Man, he knew the play. He knew what am I supposed to do?"
I know.
That's Ray Lewis.
I
That's how
remember
special he
watching
is.
him line up against the Colts and Peyton Manning was pointing out and calling audibles, and Ray's pointing
doing
back
the
at
same
him.
thing.
Those matchups were so great, and it was such an honor to be able to see those. And if there's anybody that is going to get into the Hall of Fame tonight, many people believe that Ray Lewis